This is exactly what New Jersey Devil fans wanted to hear, what management wanted to see. All good things. Everyone happy across the board. Lots to talk about. Let's roll into it. Welcome in to Devil's Digest. Feel free to click the subscribe button. There was a hero last night. Not all heroes wear capes. Some just wear the name Nemec on the back of their jersey. Simon Nemec's first career playoff goal is an overtime winner against Carolina in Game 3. Game that they needed, getting the series back to 2-1. Next game, Game 4, tomorrow, Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Now look, I talked about it in the video yesterday with Simon Nemec, what they need from Simon Nemec, what Simon Nemec needs to do. Players who play well in the playoffs, you see it every single offseason, players who play well in the playoffs get treated pretty nicely during the offseason. They get a nicer contract. They maybe get an extra year, a little bit more money. The vibe is a little bit better playing them next season in a bigger role. And Simon Nemec last night was not only just, a player who's coming into the lineup because the lineup's a little bit injured. Not everyone's there. He came in and he was the hero of the game. I mean, looking at this, second youngest player in NHL history as a defenseman to score an overtime winning goal in the playoffs. 21 years old, 69 days. Just all around, just showed the play. There was confidence there. When a player sometimes, is getting sent to the AHL, top draft pick, and it's a player's been told his whole entire life he's better than everyone else. That's why he went so high in the draft. He's been the best player on most teams he's played for. Now he's coming over to New Jersey, and, there's not always even a spot for him on the roster. Like I said, he's played some time in the AHL. He's been scratched some games. He's on the team right now due to injuries. So to come in here and score a confident goal like that, make that move around Gostisbehere to set this series back to 2-1, where New Jersey needed a win in that game. It's just great for Nemec, great for New Jersey. When you get a player like that to make a play like that, the type of goal that he scores in that situation at 21 years old, yeah, I think there's a little bit more confidence in him now. Maybe he can get a little bit more playing time. Not someone who maybe is just there because of injuries, but there because he's going to make a difference. And last night, look, was asked to play 22 minutes, recorded 5 shots on goal, very active offensively, got over 3 minutes in power play time, was on that second power play. So you look all around, Nemec is having more confidence. The team feels more confident in him. Nemec feels more confidence. And that's what you need during playoff time. Because when you look at Nemec and the type of player he is and where he was drafted, there is upside there. Now, obviously, you need to see him do like the rest of the stuff good where, less turnovers in his own end, in the right spot defensively. You need to see those things too, but you don't draft a player second overall because they do, the little things right. You draft him second overall because he has something that these other players don't have. He's a better offensive defenseman. He has a nicer shot, a little bit better at creating space, can create plays with his feet. Those are the reasons why you take a player high in the draft, because they're a difference maker, not because they can do, the other stuff that everyone else can do and they do it, more often. No, because they can do something different that other players can't do. That's why they're drafted second overall. And you know what? I don't know many 21-year-old defensemen in a second overtime of a playoff game who's been scratched before, has been playing in the AHL, come in and make a move like that and score the game-winning goal in double overtime. Because, if he turns that puck over, Carolina's going on an odd man rush the other way. And for a player who's kind of been in, the doghouse, it's probably not a good position to be in. Giving an odd man rush and a possible, game winner the other way. No, he comes in and he scores the game-winning goal for New Jersey last night in Game 3. Series back to 2-1. Nemec was needed last night, and he played that way, and they're going to need more of it because, unfortunately, there's some, not great news either. Head coach Sheldon Keefe, Luke Hughes, and Brenden Dillon remain out for Game 4. No update on Johnny Kovacevic. Now, going back to the ice time, because as you can see, Dougie Hamilton, 36 minutes a night. Or Brian Dumoulin, I should say. Dougie Hamilton had 31. Still a pretty solid number. Brett Pesce, 32. Now, you look at these ice times, and then you go ahead and you look at Johnathan Kovacevic, 6 minutes. He didn't play from the second period on. Now, do we know what the injury is? No. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. The report that we have so far from Sheldon Keefe is we don't know exactly, no real update on Johnathan Kovacevic. When he's coming back, we don't know. So, when you have something like that, and you have, players come back in the lineup, like a Jonas Siegenthaler, like a younger Simone Nemec, they're going to need to have everyone step up. The numbers on ice time are going to go up. They're going to need them to be a factor. Siegenthaler looked very good, very comfortable in his first game back. I mean, maybe it wasn't, something they wanted to do, not ideal to have him take 38 shifts, 27 minutes in his first game back. But that's what happens when you go to double overtime in the playoffs. That's what happens in a must-win situation. Everyone has to give it their all. Everyone needs to put their best effort forward. And that's what this defensive team did last night. Like, you really look at it, Carolina, 5-on-5 in this series, 3 goals. 3 goals for Carolina. And everyone talking about, how New Jersey hasn't been able to score in this series, how they've been, off offensively. Carolina has 2. And I kind of said it coming in this series. When you look at the forward groups, there's not a real big difference. You could argue New Jersey Stars are better. Star-wise, and that's what wins playoff series, you could argue New Jersey's are better. So, all this stuff is about, New Jersey's not scoring. They've got 1 goal in both their 2 games. Last night, they scored 3. And they did it all 5-on-5. That's all Carolina's had this series. It's not this, huge mismatch that people think it is. After the first period, shots on goal, Carolina had 3. They had 17 in game 1. New Jersey is starting to figure them out much better. That's what I said coming into this series. Home ice, very important for Carolina. They can play the matchups. They like the numbers. When they're able to play the matchups, the numbers go in their favor. When they can't play it, your personnel matters a little bit more. And when you look at the personnel, you could argue New Jersey, has more star power. I think they do. I would say New Jersey's star power is better than Carolina's. Carolina traded away 2 of their best offensive players. And they got back Logan Stankoven, who, good, young, talented player. Not Martin Necas. Not Mikko Rantanen. Okay? I mean, these are different. That's why these players get paid more money in the offseason. Because, they're a little bit more important to the team. And you look at Carolina, they have their own problems. Only 3 goals on 5-on-5 through 3 games in this series. Both goals on the power play last night. That's something the Devils have to figure out. I believe they're either 0 for 8 or 0 for 9 on the power play. And I said coming in this series, they have to score around a power play goal per game. And right now, the power play, completely non-existent. It's the worst it's been all season. Now, yeah, give a little bit of credit to Carolina. Carolina has a very good penalty-killing group. Actually, they have the best. But New Jersey has to find a way to score in the power play. The fact they have no power play goals, and it is a 2-1 series, and Carolina only has 3 even strength goals, you probably feel like you're in a pretty okay, if not good, spot. So, power play has to get going. Simone Nemec, overtime winner, second youngest defenseman in NHL history to score an overtime winner. That's great for him. Great for the Devils. Let me know down below. What do you think? What do you think about Simone Nemec's ice time? And you know what? Give me a score prediction, Game 4. Game 4 tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Hopefully you guys hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys sometime tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys.